Hello and welcome to a new week of meals, starting off with the first of 4 easy and delicious meals with chicken tikka masala pizza. I am just using some jarred sauce from Costco. I've got some chicken thigh here that I pre-cooked. I'm using naan bread from Aldi, just layering that up. I mixed the sauce with the chicken, put it on top of the naan, sprinkled some mozzarella cheese, put it in the oven for about 10 minutes or so at 400, and there you go. Really, really easy, really, really fast, and so yummy. I tell you, if you want a different kind of pizza, this is the way to go. If you like these kinds of flavors, really delicious. Just make sure you get the sauce that you really like, and it is so good. I will definitely be doing this again. Next up, we have roasted chicken thighs seasoned with some Greek seasonings here. Recipe will be down below. So for this Greek chicken, we're starting off with a lot of garlic that I'm smashing, and then I'm going to mince this all up. This is going to become part of the marinade for the chicken thighs. I'm taking all of that minced garlic, putting it in a very large bowl that's going to hold the marinade as well as the chicken thighs. So I'm just making sure I get all of that garlic in there. I'm going in with some lemon juice. I'm using a Meyer lemon from our yard, but you can use a Eureka lemon, whatever kind of lemon you have. I'm basically going to use all of the juice from this entire lemon. Make sure to take the pits out, if you don't want to accidentally get that in the chicken. So again, just squeezing all of that juice out, and we're going to add some olive oil. This is extra virgin olive oil. Again, recipe will be down below, so get all the measurements for that. I've got some dried oregano that I am just crushing with my hand so it becomes a little bit more fine. And then we're going to go in with the rest of the seasonings here. We've got some pepper. We're going to get garlic powder. We have some salt here. What else do we have? Yep, that is, I think, some parsley. Again, ingredients down below. After whisking to incorporate, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a taste to see if I need to adjust anything. And then I'm going to go in with the defrosted chicken thighs that I have here. I set aside, I think I did a total of 8 chicken thighs, but 2 of them I set aside because I wanted to just do plain chicken for Colin, since he doesn't really like, a lot of herbs and spices and those kinds of things. So I went in with the rest of the chicken. Here you can see how many I have. I don't remember. I think it's 6. So 6 I have here, just coating it really well. I'm doing this in the morning, and it's basically going to marinate the entire day until I am ready to cook it for dinner. So again, I'm putting it skin side up, and then I'm going to toss it at some point during the day. But I'm going to cover that, put it in the fridge until I'm ready to cook. Or like right now here, I'm taking it out. I've taken it out of the fridge. I'm not going to worry about draining it too much. I'm going to place this in my skillet here, and then this is going to go and cook into the oven per the instructions of the recipe. I'm just spooning over some of the leftover marinade here because it's got all that delicious garlic. That's going to kind of get roasted in the oven, and then I'm going to put that into the oven, again, per instructions. And then this is what it looks like. I did set it to broil for a couple minutes to brown the top a little bit more. And then here at the very end, right before serving, I am just kind of basting all of the chicken thighs with the juice and the oil and a bit of that garlic that is still left at the bottom of the pan, just to give it a little bit more flavor, a little bit more sheen. This is the finished dinner. I served it with the Cruciferous Collection, I believe is what it's called, from Trader Joe's. Really delicious, kind of fresh, pre-bagged kind of salad. It's got kale and red cabbage. I think there's some Brussels sprouts in there, but anyway, this is it here with some lemon slices. I dressed the salad with oil and more lemon juice and pepper, and there you go. Next one was a bit of pantry cooking for sure. I did not know what I was going to be making this evening, but I looked in the fridge. I saw I had some ground beef there that I had, and I also have some veg. There was some kale that I've just been meaning to use up before it went bad. And I came up with this here. It's basically just ground beef with some kale and some onion. I'm going to toss it in a bit of pasta sauce and serve it that way. So it's kind of like a meat sauce with some veg minus the pasta, if that makes any sense. But it does have sort of an Italian flair to it. So I'm just taking the onion here. I'm kind of making that nice and translucent in some extra virgin olive oil. I'm cooking up the ground beef in there, seasoning it with salt and pepper as it cooks down and browns. And then I've got some garlic powder as well as a bit of oregano. Bit of onion powder as well, and then I'm going to cook that down until it browns. Once the ground beef is more or less done, mostly done, I'm going to add the kale. This is just, again, that pre-bagged, pre-chopped kale, pre-washed that I had sitting in the fridge. I wanted to use that up. I'm just going to cover it, put a lid on it, and you can see there's some steam created here, a bit of moisture. It's still nice and green, vibrant green, but it's started to wilt a bit. So now at this point, I'm just adding some pasta sauce. I'm using Aldi vodka sauce. This is a really, really delicious tasting sauce. I think it's nice and chunky if you kind of like that. I'm using about half the jar. I don't want this to really be a sauce. I'm using the sauce as a flavoring. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm mixing this up. I'm going to give it a taste, and then I'm going to decide to add more veg to this because I really would just want to beef it up. This is the main dish. This is the main event. So I do want to use as much of this kale as possible. So add more of that. And this is basically the dinner done. You'll see in just a second, I serve it up with a bit of grated or shredded maybe Parmesan cheese that's pre-bagged that I bought at Aldi as well. But it was really nice and delicious, really hearty. You could serve this on top of pasta if you wanted to, or add some other things to it, maybe some Italian sausage or mushroom, just whatever you had. Rob had some leftover Texas toast on the side as well. Again, this was definitely pantry cooking, just kind of one put together. Really simple, really good flavors, really fast too. So this is what this week was all about. Simple, fast, easy, and delicious meals. Last meal I'm sharing with you, I'm sharing from my mom's kitchen. I have brought the ingredients for my French toast to her place. This is actually Mother's Day evening. We decided to spend the day there after lunch. So we did have some leftovers for dinner, but I decided to go ahead and do this as well since it was on the meal plan. But I'm just making the custard here with a couple eggs. Got some milk, some cinnamon, and vanilla. And then I'm going to soak the keto bread in it. And I'm just doing this for me and for Rob. So I'm just doing a couple portions here. But I've got the keto bread. This is the wheat version from Aldi. And I'm just soaking that in the egg mixture. I'm going to take that to the stove, serving this up with some bacon and some blueberries. And that is pretty much our dinner. And the rest of the fam is going to have leftovers from Mother's Day lunch. So anyway, I hope you guys had a great Mother's Day celebration if you celebrated Mother's Day. I hope that these meals inspire you to cook for your families as well. So here is the finished product here. This is Rob's plate. He has 3 slices of bacon, a huge serving of blueberries, some butter on there, and then we are also using the Lakanto maple syrup. This is sweetened with monk fruit, so this is sugar-free. It's keto-friendly. So this was it here, and then I'm just doing some of the French toast for myself. without the bacon. I have a huge serving of blueberries as well. But again, I thank you all for stopping by this week, for sharing our meals this week with us, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time, and take care until the next one.